there are all these iconic songs that you've done, okay, in so many of your films. The styling in many of those songs has been similar. You know, we've always got the short cholis and the flowing hair and the glistening skin. Do you have a say in that, or is that just what people have decided you're ideal in, because we can also see the flat abs?
No, that definitely is there's definitely a lot of contribution. There's always a discussion. It's never a dictatorship when it comes to clothes and films. But when it comes to costuming songs, what people, I think, there's two main things that you have to factor in. One is, of course, what the song requires. What's the situation? Most of our songs tend to be in the silhouette of a ghagra choli if they're that type of an Indian song. So that's the silhouette. Now, what the design depends on whatever the designer comes up with. But also a lot of it is what works for dance. There's a certain
what you can do the steps in.
You can do the steps in anything, but what suits well. Like for me I don't like things constricting, your waist, because a lot of the movement comes from that. So that becomes a functional thing. But for style, I think the people who I always work with in my films, they're people who I always make sure have a good knowledge of what's happening. That there's a difference between just a stylist and a film stylist.
Right. What is the difference?
Well, a film stylist knows the time, they know the era, they know the texture. They also know that what looks like something to the eye doesn't translate on screen.
Right.
And that's the one area where I have no sense that. I just go by what I physically feel and see and touch. A good stylist, costume stylist for films need to understand that translation. Yeah. Sometimes something looks maybe even tacky to you in life, but it just...
Dazzling on screen.
Dazzling on screen.
Yeah.
Someone who also understands characters and script, for sure, because otherwise sometimes over costuming can work against you. It can actually bring something down, it can take something away, it can add a lot, it can add and take away a lot.
And how much do you depend on stylists, or is it your own personal voice?
In films?
No, otherwise, in life.
So I think this whole trend of stylists has now become something which is really popular. It's something which never was there before. Like I was talking about this with my friend the other day. We never used to have stylists going to film premieres and jab tak ye jana. There was no such thing.
Even till then?
No, not at all. Not at all.
But I remember you looking amazing. You were in some gown, right?
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, it was Tarun Tahliani. It was a gold sari, and I don't know how it got to me. It found its way to me. So I think it's beautiful to see now, and of course there's many plus points to it. But I also think that we don't all need to feel that we all need to be in the exact same format. Like, I think it's important we should all still maintain our individuality. Yeah. Because what's happening, I feel, is everyone is dressing up a little similar as per the event. So if it's a film function, everyone will wear a certain thing. Obviously, that is the way it is. Yeah. You will probably wear gowns or wear a sari, but I think it's important for us to try and retain our own individuality as well.